Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Wow, it's the end of 2025. That's crazy. Yeah, so this is a great year, I think, for video games. We're coming here to celebrate this year and look back at the amazing releases that came out this year. I got a bunch of them down below, as you can see. There is one missing, which is the game of the year. I haven't included that one yet in those thumbnails. I have that tucked away for the very end, so to keep the surprise. Um, but yeah, you've come here for good content. I don't want to keep you waiting. The first game that we have here is a game that we all know and love, and we can't stop talking about it. We can't stop thinking about it. This game has captured all of our hearts, and I just had to get that out of the way and talk about it. Just had the biggest award sweep in history of the Game Awards, aka the Jeffs. That one's going to be Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Go ahead and put that on the no, on the S tier. And yeah, so that is a obvious S tier for me, and almost got GOTY. This is an indie RPG that came out of a new studio in France. It's a beautiful tribute to JRPG classics from like Square Enix and Atlas. Um, just a celebration of art and life itself. Just an absolute cinematic masterpiece. It's pretty obvious. When you play it, it's just yeah, it's extremely compelling. Incredible story, great characters, exquisite voice acting, this beautiful soundtrack, S tier, turn-based gameplay with all these timing mechanics. Just very, very addictive too. Um, it's just a modern classic, and deserving all the accolades that it's getting. Almost took my game of the year, as I said. It almost took it, but there was another title out there that just could not overtake. But absolute S tier game, and this game, along with Death Stranding 2, are going to stand above all the other S tier games. It's a very, very special game, highly recommended. Um, all right, so yeah, that's Claire Obscure. All right, so now we're going to go on to um, Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and shake things up a bit, going to the A tier, which will be Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. So that one is going to be an A tier game. If I can even find it. Let me see. Where is Ninja Gaiden uh, Ragebound? It's right here. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and put that right there. A tier, incredible game. A tier is very, very good. So, I'm a man in my 40s. I grew up playing the NES. I have put countless hours into Ninja Gaiden, the Ninja Gaiden trilogy in my preteen years. We're talking, I was like 8 or 9 years old. Incredible games. I loved them. I don't need to say much about that trilogy since they are, universally hailed as classics of that era. Some of the most difficult games ever released for that console as well. A couple decades later after that, we got another trilogy that was 3D. Had two very, very good games in that trilogy. The first two still hold up very well this day. Incredible games. We're going to talk about a remake of one of them as well. And a couple decades later, we get this. In 2025, we get another classic 2D Ninja Gaiden game, and it just absolutely delivers. The art style is kind of an enhanced modern 16-bit style, which is like a visual upgrade over the original 8-bit styling. Um, Really, really good. It's just on point. The art is just on point. Just absolutely beautiful pixel art. The mechanics, the gameplay, just feels like a top tier 2D platforming action game from that era. Um, just really, really good game, and wasn't quite as good as another similar game this year, which is Shinobi Ragebound, Art of Vengeance. I mean, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Wasn't quite as good at that as fun as that mechanically, but still an incredible. That's why it's not going to get my S tier just because of that, and the story also. Um, it's about what you expect of a story from that era of from Ninja Gaiden. Um, it's not bad. It's not bad, but yeah, and it doesn't keep you held up. It's very quick. It doesn't get in the way, but also doesn't make it excel either. So yeah, definitely a great A-tier game. I'm very very happy to see Ninja Gaiden back in this strong this year. Great year for Ninja Gaiden. All right, so that is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. So now we're gonna go ahead and do Dispatch. That's gonna definitely be an S tier game. Yeah, Dispatch is a definite S tier. It's an undisputed like cinematic masterpiece. I mean, I'm still shook. Um, I'm actually kind of tired of the overload in superhero media that's kind of flooded popular culture in the last couple decades. But I was pretty skeptical going into this, but it did pay off. Holy shit, it really paid off. It is very overly crass and vulgar, but the humor still lands. It really does. It's not overly edgelord. It's just the right mix and the right they dial it in just right. The humor is very culturally relevant, and I think it's just really really funny. It's also very very wholesome and very has a very good natured side to it too. Moral choices and how those moral choices play out. It's a big part of the game. Yeah, I felt so good after playing it. It is such a good game. Highly recommend that one. Okay, so the next one, we mentioned this one a bit earlier. This is Death Stranding 2. All right, we're going to go ahead and put that in the S tier. Put that right in front of Dispatch because that game and Expedition 33 kind of stand together in that category above all the others. They're really, really good games. Um, I'll just start off by saying that I absolutely love Death Stranding. It's easily, for me, one of the greatest video games of all time. Um, I The ending was just so good, especially, and it has one of the most compelling and deep sci-fi stories I've ever experienced anywhere. I mean, in books, movies, games. I mean, this was just like nothing I've ever seen or heard or read about. I have it is so strange and so otherworldly. When Death Stranding came out, people really just didn't know what to make of it, and the status of the game kind of really grew over time as people kind of digested it. Um, the weirdness is just can be comprehended, right after initial viewing. It's just so strange, and it takes digestion. I think for a lot, at least for me, it took time to simmer. Um, and as much as I love Death Stranding too, and I think the game in its core, mechanics and kind of gameplay loops, I think the game has improved in almost every way. But the story has not had the impact on me like the first game. The first game's story was so good. Um, I have not finished Death Stranding 2 yet. I have finished 1, but I have not finished 2 yet. And I'm actually still replaying Death Stranding 1 because I still haven't fully digested all that game had to offer and understood that everything that game was trying to communicate. Um, the world building in both of these games is it's just an endless ocean, and you can just spend hours and hours going deeper and deeper. If you played Death Stranding 1 and liked it, this game is a must play. Obviously, I think just get right into it. If you haven't played Death Stranding 1, then definitely play Death Stranding 1 before jumping into 2. It's not a game. These games are not for everyone, and but it's a game everyone should play at least once. Highly recommended. Okay, next game. So the next game we got is Despelote. Yeah, that's gonna be up here with yeah, these four ones are really really good. I'm gonna put this above Dispatch actually. Um, so yeah, just this kind of historical time capsule of the socio-political situation, socioeconomic situation in this in Ecuador, and just um, one minute you're playing this kind of psychedelic soccer game, another you're exploring this neighborhood, this monochrome, neighborhood that looks somewhat realistic, but also not at all. With the way that they implemented the art style. Um, but yeah, the game just touches on so much. Um, the dialogue is so good, and it touches on things like even macroeconomics in the 1980s and 1990s. Um, you know, and also just the sense of exploration, the sense of wonder as a child, where you can just kick a soccer ball around and interact with things, and the 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 soccer part of it is very, very good. I have to say, I did it. The um, the act of kicking the ball around was very, very fun. But yeah, just the moment to moment gameplay and the surprises that it offer, and the story that it was telling. Yeah, I really just want this game to speak for itself. It's not going to be for everybody, but yeah, it was very, very compelling to me, and definitely one of my favorite games of the year. Okay, next game. Next game is going to be Donkey Kong Bonanza. Doing a lot of S tier games so far out the bat. It's going to be an S tier. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10 Nintendo classic. Right up there with like Mario Odyssey, Mario Galaxy. Just absolute beast of a game. No pun intended. Um, Easily the greatest Donkey Kong game ever made, which is amazing because I mean Donkey Kong is the foundation of Nintendo's entry into gaming. From they became a toy company, and this was Donkey Kong was their first big success in gaming. It predated Mario, and it actually gave uh, it was the introduction of Mario as well. Um, so yeah, I'm just glad they're paying tribute to this iconic character and franchise. Um, this game is just bursting with ideas and innovation and creativity. The terraforming mechanics are very addicting and engaging. Some people say that the game is easy, but I think the difficulty balancing was very on point. Some areas took considerable time for me to get through, and many of the bosses required multiple attempts to beat. So I thought the difficulty balancing was very good. But yeah, some people might find it easy. It's definitely not a hard game, I would say, but I thought it was um, very good. Very good mix of difficulty. Pauline's voice acting was very, very good. Um, the writing, the writing for her character was excellent. Just very heartwarming. The art was great. The music was great. Game was super fun. Just amazing. A Nintendo classic. What can I say? Yeah, definite A tier. The highlight of the Nintendo Switch 2's launch for sure. Extremely good game. And yeah, just nice little commentary too about um, capitalism, I guess, with the mining company being and the evil entity in this game, and the whole extraction of resources from places that they don't own. So yeah, I thought there was some good social commentary in there. um yeah, very, very good game. But yeah, not I mean, of course the story is nothing to go crazy about, but it was quick and to the point, and it served its purpose to show why you were doing what you were doing. But in the end, it's just a classic video game where you can actually just not even pay attention to the story and just play and just follow the checkpoints, follow the waypoints, and you'll have a good time. You'll have a really good time. So yeah, best Donkey Kong ever. Nintendo is still killing it. Um, they're better than ever, in my opinion, especially since the Switch launch. Ever since the Switch launch, they've been, you know, in their S tier era. Absolutely love what Nintendo's doing. So yeah, definite S tier game. And all right, next game will be Split Fiction. All right, where is Split Fiction at? It's right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that right there. Really, really fun game, fun co-op game. Very can be challenging to play co-op. You have to make sure that the partner that you get is on top of things. But yeah, very, very good game. Very good game. And some people didn't like the story. I thought it was. I still haven't finished it all yet, but so far what I've played, I think it's really good writing. Really, I thought it was funny. Just a really good. I think it's a brilliant sci-fi comedy. Actually, I mean, it presents itself as sci-fi and fantasy, but I think the core of it, the base of it is sci-fi, and it's a sci-fi comedy. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it's just meant to be fun, and um, yeah, it's not meant to be serious, but the gameplay and the amount of ideas that it's presenting, that is definitely serious. It is definitely on ideas overload, and it's just constantly throwing out these co-op puzzles where you have to really where both players have to engage each other and work together to solve different puzzles and challenges that this game throws at you. um yeah, just an excellent game. Highly recommend it. Go ahead and get it, and if you don't have anybody to play with, you can hop on forums, discords. There's, I think, an official Hazelight one that you can get on where you can find people, to play with. So yeah, it's a great social opportunity too. Just look at it like that. Um, yeah, go play Split Fiction. Great game. All right, so let's go ahead and fill out some of the lower levels here. Lower tiers. Let's go ahead and do Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that one. We're going to give that one a C. Um, yeah, very, very unfortunate this had to get a C. I mean, it's not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. Um, but definitely disappointing, considering where it came from. Um, the original is a classic. But yeah, this just really feels very dated. Um, the FPS mechanics do not feel good in my opinion. They feel very in line with the original, which was very um not great feeling. If it doesn't hold up, I mean, it was good for the time, but yeah, they could have definitely improved the gameplay, the gun mechanics, and also the graphical fidelity in general. I mean, this was basically a Switch 1 game, and it kind of suffers from that problem where it is trying to do more than what it's capable of. And um yeah, it's a similar situation with like Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3, arguably a great game, but it didn't get the same review scores as Bayonetta 1 and 2 did, because I think in large part because of the Switch 1 holding it back. And we have higher expectations of games now, and yeah, a game that plays like this. It's still fun. It's still very. I mean, it's still in line with the older Metroid Prime games. If you like those games, and you should like this game, but we do expect games to improve. As technology improves, and um, there's standards that I think that there's bare minimums in first person shooters that have to be met as far as gun mechanics go, and this definitely feels very very dated. And uh, Otherwise, as far as the overworld and the dungeons, the Zelda style level design, I think that's fine. The art design is great. I think some of the worlds look absolutely beautiful. Um, Story's good too. Yeah, I mean it's a good game, but they need to deliver more the next time if they're gonna. I hope that they do this again. I hope they give us another Prime. But this, if this is the last one, then I'm all right with that as well, because this is still a good game, and it's worthy of. You know, it's what you would expect from Prime. But it's just if it came out, I think if it came out 5 years after Prime 3, this that would have been it would have been amazing. If it came out like right when the Switch One came out, I think that would have been pretty compelling. But to have it coming out at the close of the Switch One and the opening of the Switch Two, yeah, it just doesn't. It's just far too late. But yeah, it's still worth checking out if you're into the original games. Um, there's fireworks outside right now. It's actually New Year's Day right now. Wow. Okay, yeah, it's midnight. Cool. All right, so yeah, there's fireworks going on. Cool. All right, so now we got our next game here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do yeah, Mind's Eye. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in the F. That's about all the time I'm willing to give to that game, I think, in this video. All right, so now we'll move on to yeah. Let's start filling out some of these lower tiers. That's sounds like a good plan. There was a D game I wanted to put in here. Let's see, where is that? It was, I believe it was Call of Duty. Yeah, there it is, Call of Duty. Yeah, that's in the D category for sure. Yeah, Black Ops 7, not great. Um, could have been great. They have this really interesting, like, kind of mind control, psychedelic, um, surprise in the very beginning. It's just very, it's, um, but yeah, the story is kind of, and the dialogue is extremely cringe. Um, the uh, the campaigns are just, you know, they're co-op only, which is a problem for me. I really I just wanted I came in, I bought this game because I want to play the single player COD campaign, and yeah, they just have this co-op only thing, which is, you know, it's I would say not as fun as Black Ops 6 for sure. Black Ops 6 was very very good in terms of just a fun game and um, a very good single player campaign. But even though the storylines are really trash in all of them, I don't like them. But it's a good adventure. Um, but yeah, Black Ops 7, no, it's not good. Um, it's it's not quite enough because it's still COD. It's still It's still good. It's still a good shooter. If you want to just have good shooting, then that's fine. But you can get Black Ops 6 and have a good time. So, or you know, Battlefield. Yeah, that's a good option as well. I heard that I haven't played the single player campaign in Battlefield 6, so I can't comment on that. But it's probably better than, at least it's the proper single player campaign. So as far as I know, so I would probably bet on Battlefield if you were to make the choice between COD and Battlefield this year. And all right, let's go ahead and fill out some of these bottom tiers. Let's go a step further up and go with the C tier again. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Oblivion, man. It's so good. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Um, yeah, it's and this remake is actually not bad. I mean, I'm giving it a C. That's not bad. You know, the C tier is not supposed to be bad. D is bad, but C is, good in my opinion, passable. Um, but yeah, the performance in this game is really atrocious. It's really bad. I mean, in the first game, it was pretty bad in the first game, but the problem is it the original problems in the first game, they're still there, and they're mounted on with they're layered on with additional problems, additional jank, just massive stuttering, constant traversal stutter, especially outdoors. Um, yeah, it's really really bad in terms of the performance. Yeah, they need to. And I don't think they're ever going to fix this game. From what I've been seeing, the commentary from the likes of Digital Foundry, and others, it doesn't appear this game is going to be fixable, anytime soon, um, if at all. So, but we'll see. I'm optimistic, in the long term, that there could be solutions. But yeah, this is, um, yeah, really unfortunate that that they can just that Microsoft can just release games in the state and not put the proper investment and resources into making these games, putting these games out in a playable state. Um, but other than that, I mean, yeah, the original Oblivion, yeah, one of the greatest RPGs of all time. Um, it's incredible. I mean, Bethesda games in general are incredible. I pretty much love all of their first party games, including Starfield. Um, yeah, their games are great. And I love the whole Bethesda template in general is. I mean, that's why I just love like the Outer Worlds, and other games that have like even Atomfall. Yeah, just any game that will have that kind of first person RPG, open world, you know, collectathon and side quests, and um, I love it. I absolutely eat that all. I eat that all up every time, and I wish more games served us in gave us that. It's so good. But yeah, yeah, Oblivion remaster. I'm still glad they made it. It looks beautiful. I mean, it looks really really good actually, and um, I wish they just made the whole game. And I mean, it's so frustrating because they made the game and they just made like a UE5 layer on top of the original game. And if they just somehow just invested the time to just make the whole game in UE5, it would have been much better than this. Even with all the UE5 stutter issues, UE5 can at least be made to not stutter. I mean, but this layering on a graphics engine on an old engine that was already broken and stuttering, it's not good. Yeah, really unfortunate, but you know, really good really good artwork, and Yeah, hopefully it'll be fixed one day, and that'll make it an S tier once it is fixed, or A tier. I don't know, but yeah, Oblivion remaster or remake or what do we? Yeah, it's called remaster, but yeah, it's more along the lines of a remake in terms of the graphical uplift. Even though it is maintaining the complete original game. Okay, the next game we're gonna go with here will be Sword of the Sea. All right, so Sword of the Sea, that's going to be a S tier game. All right, there we go. So, yeah, amazing game. I mean, it just has this whole like otherworldly tactile feel. I mean, you're especially if you play on the PS5 with the Dual Sense. If you have PlayStation Plus, I believe it's still free. I'm not sure to check on that, but I got it on PlayStation Plus, played it, and I absolutely loved it. This developer is incredible. Absolutely love the soundtrack to it. Um, has this kind of relaxing platforming game design and kind of power wash simulator vibes sometimes. Um, kind of feels in the art design of it. It feels like the structure in the architectural design of these structures, and the places that you traverse through and inhabit, and the things that you do. The game almost feels like a religious experience, a spiritual experience. You go through these um, places that look more like otherworldly sacred temples, and they have these like kind of religious artifacts, I guess you can call them that. Religious imagery mixed with like surreal imagery, but just overall, just very beautiful inherently. And I think anybody without any backgrounds in the arts, or we'll look at this game and just be astounded by the things that they're seeing and the images that are presented to them, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Um, and coupling that with the dual sense support of it, with the haptics and the audio, it's it's really a maximalist, a sensory experience that's everybody should really try. I mean, it might not be for everybody, but everybody should at least experience this. Um, just an incredible game, and very very short game too. You can beat it pretty quickly within a few hours. Um, yeah, lots of good platforming in it too. It's actually a challenge at times. Um, extremely good game design, level design, and I think it's a level up from the what those creators have done before. I believe they did Journey and Abzu before. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite of everything they've done. Really, really good game. Yeah, that's Sword of the Sea. And next game, we're gonna go ahead and do. Yeah, let's do Deliver at All Costs. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just do that really quickly. Yeah, this is a good game. It came out earlier this year. It's kind of like a reminiscent of the old GTA 1 and 2 games, those top down games, but it's kind of put into different context. You're not really a malicious, intentionally malicious person, I guess, in the situation. You're just really dangerously clumsy, and you're causing all sorts of problems, delivering these packages. But yeah, definitely in that same game design, as GTA 1 and 2, where you're doing these missions and causing havoc on the roadways, and The destruction mechanics are actually pretty awesome. They're really fun. The artwork is really good. Um, Overall, though, I mean, the game is, it's good. Um, it's not great. Okay, so now we're gonna go and fill out some of the undecideds. I've been neglecting that category. Kirby Air Riders. This one definitely looks very interesting. I haven't played the original, but what I've seen of the new one does look very compelling to me. There seems to be a lot of gameplay options and seems to be very unique and innovative too. So I'm definitely interested to check it out. I'm going to kind of speed run this category. So Absolum 2, that one looks really, really good. Really like the developer. Artwork looks amazing. Looks like a really solid beat 'em up that people are really, really having a fun time playing from what I've seen. It comes highly recommended. Um, yeah, I just picked up this one as well, Trails of the Sky remake. That's really good so far. But I've only gotten about an hour into it, but really really good game so far. It hasn't really struck me as the masterpiece that people have said it is, but I will keep going with it. And but yeah, really enjoying it so far. But I'm going to leave that an undecided until we play some more of that. Get at least, like I say, 50%, into it. But then I'll have a good idea if I of my tier on it. But yeah, I do plan on doing a another follow up to this video with a all the undecideds actually ranked and have a full accounting of the year. Um, but yeah, another undecided would be South of Midnight. This one looks really, really good. I've actually played a little bit of it as well, and I've seen some playthroughs. Artwork looks really good. The voice acting looks really good. Storyline looks really good. Gameplay seems okay, and that seems to be the main critique from what I've heard of others saying of it. But yeah, South of Midnight. Looking forward to giving that a shot and having my own assessment of it. And yeah, I'll go ahead and put the altars in here as well. The altars, what I've seen, it looks really, really good though. I mean, this guy basically clones himself to perform all these different tasks in this facility. And yeah, very interesting sci-fi storyline. And from what I've seen, yeah, this one guy plays all these different roles, and um, the voice acting and motion capture is really, really on point from what I've seen. I'm looking forward to experiencing this one. This one looks really good. Um, yeah, I'll go ahead and put in a Metal Gear Solid Delta as well. I have started this one. I have not played the original. Um, but what I've played I like so far. It's very, very good. Um, it seems to be a faithful remake of the original from what I've heard of others, and it definitely plays like a PS2 game for sure, which I like. It definitely I like older games in a newer, modern, packaging. I like that the idea of that a lot. Um, and yeah, looking forward to experiencing Kojima's maybe his most beloved work. Yeah, it's one I'm really looking forward to ranking. It sounds like it's going to be an S tier from what I've seen him, so far, and if it keeps going down this trajectory, I mean, I'm sure it's just going to keep getting better and better the more I play of it. But yeah, undecided for right now. Um, yeah, same with Terminator 2D. Looks amazing for what I've seen. This 2D old school Terminator game. Yeah, looking forward to get more into that. Same with yeah, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Really, really like Digital Eclipse. They make basically these. combination of like game collections slash documentary collections. I mean, this basically comes with all of these MK development documentaries built just included in this collection, similar to their previous collections they released, like TMNT Cowabunga collection and the uh, Tetris Forever. But yeah, looking forward to getting that one. It's I mean, it's just recently came out and it's $50. I'm not going to pay $50 for that for those old games, but yeah, anything that's Digital Eclipse always, going to be a future purchase at the minimum. Um okay, so yeah, let's get yeah, Mafia of the Old Country. Um I actually haven't been a big fan of the previous games. I mean, I tried to get into the old game on the PC, and I just could not get into it. The controls were terrible, but from what I've heard of the story, it seemed good. I'm not really into mafia movies and gangster movies. I mean, I was when I was younger, but they don't really hold up for me now. Um, I don't like. I mean, I don't dislike them, but they're not like something I actively seek out. And yeah, the remake, I tried to play the remake of Mafia 1, and it just didn't, yeah, it just wasn't compelling to me, even though the graphics were very good and the setting, the voice acting was good, but yeah, just the whole, it did seem like a generic gangster story to me, that I've, seen quite a few times, so. But this one does, from what I've seen of this one did seem a lot more compelling, seemed a lot more cinematic, and it seemed like just strikingly beautiful. I mean, just looking at the visuals and their recreation of I believe it's Sicily in this, it just looks really really good from what I've seen. So I am looking to giving this a fair shot. I don't know if it will be good or not, but yeah, I want to give it a fair shot. And yeah, same with Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake, 2D HD 2D remake. I am an old school Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior person. I played the old one on the on the Nintendo Entertainment System when I was a small child. So yeah, I'm really old school JRPG fan, and yeah, I played that. Then it was, even with all the weirdness. I mean, you have to like literally open a menu to open a door in these games. I mean, it's they were still figuring stuff out. I mean, these games were, we take a lot of things for granted, and yeah, but yeah, I absolutely loved the Dragon Warrior when I was playing it as a kid. Never played the second one or the third one. I'm actually playing Dragon Quest 3, which is yeah, I'm playing the HD 2D remake on my on PC and Steam Deck, and it is it's incredible. I absolutely love it. It is so gorgeous. It is so fun. It is so well written, so well designed. The game is just amazing. I absolutely adore Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, and because of that, yeah, I'm looking forward to giving 1 and 2 remake a shot. I know it's gotten some middling reviews, but I think it's mostly because they haven't really they kept true to the old um, frustrating menu driven mechanics, um, which is fine for me. I will deal with it because that's the original game I remember, so that will be okay with me, and I'm looking forward to just experiencing what they've created. Um, yeah, good on Yuji Horii and everybody working on Dragon Quest. I'm looking forward to DQ12 whenever that's announced, and yeah, just want to also play a lot more of those games too. I haven't, I never actually completed one of them, so I need to actually complete one day. That would be nice. Um, Very long games, but I definitely will be completing Dragon Quest 3. I am very much enjoying that. So all right, next game will be we'll do a C tier this time. We'll do a Clover Pit. Yeah, very cool, interesting, and fun and unique indie game. Kind of a slot machine, a surreal slot machine kind of game. Um, kind of slot machines meets it like Inscription style gameplay and fourth wall breaking and just throwing things at you that you just don't expect, and a very unique kind of old school 3D art style, PlayStation 1 style or old school PC, just very old 3D art style that's very, I think it looks really good. Not for everybody, it is pretty gritty and gross at times. But yeah, very good game. Oh, a good game, I would say. It's a slot machine game, so you just kind of roll with it. It's kind of a dumb game that you just play without thinking much, and you just kind of roll with it and see the and kind of roll with the surprises it offers. Yeah, good game. Um, all right, so let's start getting back into the cream of the crop here, which we'll go ahead and do. Hollow Knight Silksong. Um, yeah, really love this game. Um, Looking forward to play. I wish I have been able to play it more, but I haven't. I'm still playing through the first Hollow Knight right now, but the amount I have played with Hollow Knight Silksong, I can actually already tell it's a better game than the first one. So I'm really looking forward to completing Hollow Knight 1 and then getting into Hollow Knight Silksong because yeah, it looks like a big improvement, and I'm really enjoying Hollow Knight. I'm not even a big Metroidvania guy. I like Super Metroid, but yeah, the first Metroid I don't think holds up very well. Um, and yeah, a lot of those games, it's not a genre that I actively seek out and I enjoy very much. But with what they've created with Hollow Knight, I really enjoy that. And Hollow Knight Silksong, it looks, from what I played, it's even even better. And in every way, it's kind of like Death Stranding, where they kind of improve on every little thing, you know. Although with Death Stranding, they don't improve on the story, but that's different. This one, yeah, story is still very good. It's not a story heavy. You can ignore the story if you want in Hollow Knight, if you just want to play the game and just experience the combat and the exploration. Then you can do that. But yeah, Team Cherry. What can you say? I mean, they're just out there, with the small team and just you know, dominating indie games and just releasing this massive blockbuster of a hit and just absolutely delivering. They, you know, deserve the accolades they're getting, and good for them. Hopefully, they're a model for other future studios and showing the viability of indie games and, the fact that you can, you know, make a game with a small team and a small budget and still sell, 5, 6, 10 million copies if it's really good. So yeah, great game. Hollow Knight Silksong. Doom the Dark Ages. We'll go ahead and put that on A tier. Yeah, really solid entry this year. I just love that we just keep getting these Doom games that come out. It's 2025, and not only are we getting new Doom games, but they're all, freaking fantastic. Id Software was, just technologically ahead of everybody when they were a small indie studio, and Doom is just quite literally Doom. The original Doom is like the first one, 1993, is quite literally one of the most successful indie games of all time. And with release after release, it has just showcased the most cutting edge graphical features, and they're just pushing the limits, and uh, these features just really bring to life, this. beautiful artwork that makes Doom an unforgettable experience. And Doom the Dark Ages brings back, all these large open areas filled with demons. That was, just a hallmark of the original game. Just these huge open areas, just run and gun. Um, and it also introduces new charge attacks and parry mechanics, and just pure high octane fun. Out of the three modern Doom games, I would say Doom 2016 is the only S tier game. But this game is definitely a very high A tier, and I think it is more fun than Doom Eternal. Very good game. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, just fantastic and really, really well made game in terms of the engine and the performance. Scales very well up and down to very low end hardware and very high end hardware. And yeah, really, really good game. Okay, well, let's go ahead and fill out the undecided category some more with Hades 2. Really looking forward to playing this one. I enjoyed Hades 1. I haven't beat it, and I haven't played it too much. I mean, I put hours into it, but not too many hours. And I'm just not a big roguelike guy, but um, Hades 1 was the game that kind of broke that cracked the code for me with the roguelike genre. And I really enjoy it. And the artwork is absolutely beautiful. Um, just absolutely gorgeous. The gameplay, absolutely gorgeous. So it looks like Hades 2 is just upping the ante with all of that. So yeah, really looking forward to trying that one. And another one for the undecided is Peak. We'll go ahead and throw Peak in the undecided. Haven't actually played it yet. Haven't bought it, so I'm gonna have to pick that one up because I hear it's really awesome, really good co-op game. It's made by the same people who made another Crab's Treasure, which is a really really good kind of parody Souls like. It's really really good game. Yeah, looking forward to trying Peak. Okay, and yeah, let's go ahead and fill out the D category some more. With Lost Soul aside, yeah, looked really good on the trailers. This is really an example of a game that they can show off a really good trailer and get people excited, and it comes out and it just plays like shit. And yeah, definitely one of those games, and not it does look good, and but yeah, it's just very old school mechanics and very rudimentary mechanics, and um yeah, it's just not a very good game. I don't want to spend too much time on it, and you could just look at the gameplay videos just to get an idea of how primitive the mechanics are, and yeah, the story is nonsense. Yeah, really really disappointing because it has some compelling visual motifs that it was showing off in the trailers, and some cool, potentially cool gameplay mechanics, but they didn't turn out to be anything. So yeah, Lost Soul aside in the D category, unfortunately. But hopefully that studio will learn from their mistakes and come back with something even better. So yeah. Next one is going to be I'm gonna go ahead and put night. We need something in the B category, so I'm gonna put Night Rain in the B category. Elden Ring is freaking incredible. I can't even express into words how good it is. Elden Ring is like, it's one of the greatest games of all time. Probably it's easily one of my top three games of all time. Um, yeah, I still just keep getting drawn back into that world. Um, after I beat Elden Ring, I went and played Dark Souls I mean, I haven't played. I did play Dark Souls before, but I just didn't play it for very long. But after I played Elden Ring, I went back and played all the Dark Souls games and completed them all, and Bloodborne as well, and it's so good. Yeah, all those games are so good. Um, and Night Rain is just not the kind of game I would usually play. It's um, this kind of multiplayer Fortnite version. I mean, that's probably a terrible way to characterize it, but that's what comes to mind right now. Of yeah, this um, multiplayer Elden Ring, and I've enjoyed it, but I just haven't had the time to really get good at it to learn the strategies. It's a little bit chaotic right now. I need to. The matchmaking is not great from what I've seen, and there's no voice chat, so you're using emojis to communicate, which I've had. I was just wasn't very cognizant of, and I haven't been able to get good use out of. Um, but yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to spend some more time with this year, and because I really do love Elden Ring a lot, and I do want to give this game a fair shot. But yeah, it's still I really don't think it's gonna get above a B for me. Um, but it might shock me. I mean, once I play it and beat it, I mean, I might have a different opinion of it, but yeah, I think it's still I still had fun playing it, and I think it's a good solid B for what it is. And all right, let's go ahead and put in let's do a quick one here for Atom Fall. I'll go ahead and put that in the B category as well. Um, yeah, I believe this is made by the Sniper Elite guys. They're this is just a great Fallout style game, very reminiscent of Fallout. It's kind of like Fallout meets Stalker in a lot of a Stalker, um, uh, Heart of Chernobyl, I believe it's called Shadows of Chernobyl. I forget what the game's called, but yeah, very very up. As I was mentioning earlier with my commentary on Bethesda, these games are very up my alley. It's not quite um the same as like as Bethesda is. It's not quite as Bethesda of a game as say like the Outer Worlds is. Um, but it's still very very good. I liked it, and I wish I played more of it. But looking forward to spending more time with it. And but yeah, right now I'm definitely feeling a B on that one. And yeah, same with the AC Shadows as well. I mean, I haven't played too much of that as well, but or any Assassin's Creed game really. I haven't. I keep trying, and some I've enjoyed, some I haven't. But this one is the first new one that I've really enjoyed, um, and the combat is really really fun. The graphics are incredible. The game looks incredible. It was given, I think it was number two this year on 2025's Digital Foundry's Graphics of the Year. I believe it was number two, just behind Doom: The Dark Ages. Um, yeah, extremely good looking game, beautiful looking game. I was impressed with the story. It wasn't, it didn't blow me away, but it was serviceable. And but yeah, the gameplay really stood out. The combat and just the core mechanics were really solid. I felt, yeah, good game. All right, let's throw another one in. Undecided. I'm looking forward to trying this one, Chronos: The New Dawn. Um, really, really enjoyed their previous game, which is the remake of Silent Hill 2. And from what I've seen of this one, this definitely looks up my alley. This kind of surreal sci-fi horror game that's really, really, really good looking from what I've seen. And yeah, it's just amazing that they can just have this ready just right so soon after Silent Hill 2. They're just, really doing a good job over there, the Bloober team. So, yeah, looking forward to playing this when I get a chance. I still haven't even completed Silent Hill 2 yet. I'm really enjoying that. The remake of Silent Hill 2. Really enjoying that. So, all right, and let's go ahead and throw in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds into the undecided as well. I've heard that's even better than Mario Kart. I doubt it is, but you know what people are saying that means it's at least worth trying. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying that and checking out Mega Man as well. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and throw in uh let's throw in Ninja Gaiden Black in the B tier. Yeah, this is the remake of Ninja Gaiden 2, which is the 3D trilogy that came out on the Xbox. Yeah, really, really good game. I really enjoyed it. I only dabbled with the first two games on the Xbox, but from what I played, I really enjoyed them. I got stuck on the first Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. I think like an hour or two into it, but it was a very difficult game. But I did really enjoy it, and it's considered a classic. And been really, really enjoying Ninja Gaiden 2 Black so far. It's very, very violent. Very, um, the action is great. The mechanics are great. The feel is great. Um, the world they've created looks amazing. Um, Storyline, I'm not really following it, but I don't really care. It's seems very um uh like you can take it or leave it. You can engage with it or not. But once you start playing the game, the enemies are appear and you start fighting and you just get into the gameplay loop and it's fun. Um, yeah, really good, solid year of Ninja Gaiden. That's going to be in the B tier. And let's go ahead and follow it up with Ninja Gaiden 4. And that's going to be in the A tier. Um, yeah, this is the one that Koei Tecmo partnered with Platinum Games to develop. Platinum is back. They're alive and kicking, and they're making great games. We got really concerned about Platinum once they started releasing some very, very bad games. Um, but yeah, Babylon's Fall. But yeah, this is extremely good. Um, really enjoy it. I wouldn't say extremely. This is very good. Um, and it just takes everything I love about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black and just kind of ups the ante, ups the violence, ups the action, ups the adrenaline. Um, just the camera angles in both of these games, and Ninja Gaiden 2 Black and Ninja Gaiden 4, the camera angles and the way the camera moves, it's just so good, and it just gets your heart racing. The way that they switch the angles constantly when you're doing these special moves, and yeah, just I just love this game. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4. This is just Platinum doing their Platinum thing. Um, they I really hope that they can make a new Near game, a new follow up to Near Automata, or a Bayonetta 4 on the on the Switch 2. That would be incredible. Um, I just hope they keep doing what they're doing, and yeah, maybe even a new Astral Chain. The Astral Chain 2 would be great. Yeah, love Platinum. Love that they're still around making games like this, and looking forward to whatever's in store next. Yeah, the year of the Ninja Gaiden, definitely. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw in another S tier game. This is going to be Mario Kart World. Kind of controversial, I guess, with it being an S tier because I guess people are just like whatever. But with this game, but I think it's absolutely amazing. I am uh, honestly with the last few Mario Karts, I've been absolutely just blown away at the imagination and the level of fun, you know, that they just introduce. Um, it's just these games are just so fun in ways that other games just can't. These they're universally appealing in ways that other games can't tap into, and I absolutely love this game, and I love the design of these courses. Oh my goodness! I mean, you're going just the sheer scale of these courses, and and the structures. I mean, they just have these massive structures in these games, like these space shuttle launch sites, or these, like, you know, these massive, like uh um like Peach Beach or something, like just these different places that you go to that are just the scale is so astounding. And then the new Rainbow Road, it might be the best Rainbow Road ever. And then we can't even talk about I mean, the soundtrack. I mean, it's might be the best Nintendo soundtrack of all time. I mean, this is up there. I mean, this literally just takes almost every single, like, Mario, every single song in every Mario game, and just, you know, just takes it to a new level with these new compositions. I mean, they're doing, you know, jazz, they're doing hip hop, they're doing, you know, uh, drum and bass, and they're just going from genre to genre. It's so good. I love Mario Kart World. I think it's an absolute triumph of Nintendo, and I think time will be very kind to this game. I think that time will vindicate this game. History will vindicate this game. Yeah, extremely good. Really enjoyed it. Mario Kart World. All right. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this one really quick. I don't want to embarrass myself with this one too, with Pokemon Legends ZA too much, because I am not a Pokemon guy, and I've just been dabbling with this one. The tutorial is apparently 60 hours long or something. I don't know. It's very long tutorial, but I'm very much enjoying it, because you know what, a tutorial can be fun, and yeah, it is very fun, and I really enjoy the new mechanics they've introduced. The I did enjoy the, you know, what I've little played of the original Pokemon games. I did enjoy the menu based turn based mechanics, but I think what they developed here is very cool, and I really just like the world that they've created here, and I love the music. I absolutely freaking love the music. Oh my goodness, it is so good. Music is so good. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this more, and finally getting a Pokemon game I finally really like and can sink into. I did get really into Pokemon Go, and I played some Pokemon games on the DS. I forget which ones it was. I think it was um, Ruby or Sapphire. I forget which one it was. But yeah, just they never clicked with me. I played Yellow on the, I think, the Game Boy as well. But yeah, they very intimidating, because they're just, you know, they're really high skill ceiling, and but uh yeah, look, I'm really enjoying what I'm playing so far. This is a very nice evolution, and yeah, the music again. Oh my goodness, the music. Um, yeah, let's just do another quick one. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Yeah, really cool. Uh, Souls game. Souls like. I've enjoyed it. It's it's fun. What can I say? It has good mechanics. It's what you'd expect of a Souls game, but without a lot of the bullshit that From throws at you sometimes. Um, they don't. It's not trying to punish you as much, even though it is difficult. But yeah, it's a good solid game. I haven't played it as much as I'd like to, because it's just not high quality enough for me to get really deep into. And there's other Souls games right now that are scratching that itch better than Wu Chang for me. But still a great game. And yeah, if you're into Souls games, I can't recommend. I Would definitely recommend it. Definitely can be a gooner game, but that's not for me. I mean, I'll check out the fashion, and all of them, but yeah, it's a cool game. All right, so now we'll move on to our next game, which will be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I would like to really put this in the S tier, but I just can't because I haven't played it yet. But I have a feeling I will be putting it in S tier because what I have seen has been amazing, and I am still playing through Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I am really enjoying it. It is a monumental game of uh, the historical aspect of it is just astounding. I mean, the fact that you're in this kind of Skyrim style game, but there is no magic, and it is a real historical setting. It is something to behold. I absolutely love it, and I love the amount of possibilities that it gives you, and the open endedness, and the story as well. Yeah, really looking forward to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm looking forward to ranking that eventually. Um, I'm gonna just say the same thing for Blueprints as well. I did play about an hour of this, but I was too dumb really to comprehend what it was wanting me to do. So I'm gonna give it another shot. But for right now, it is undecided. But I really did love what I saw, and I love the music. I love the story. I love the visuals. Um, yeah, very very well made game, and definitely formidable on the puzzle solving side, but very innovative. I mean, it's nothing like I've ever seen before in my yeah, it's very very interesting. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and do Heretic and Hexen. This is a new re-release of these classic games made by Raven Software. Let's go ahead and put this in the B tier. Um, yeah, these games are I freaking love these games so much. I remember going into a computer store when I was a kid and seeing this game on display, and you seeing, it was so beautiful. I mean, the blue water, and all the flying demons, and the mummies, and all the projectiles, the spells that they were casting on you. Um, yeah, it's a great looking game. I think it looks better than Doom actually, in terms of the how pleasing the aesthetics are, even though it is, yeah, the same engine. But yeah, I think Raven really made a good use of this. It's too bad that Raven is now just stuck in the Call of Duty mines now at Microsoft. Yeah, they're such a great studio, and yeah, I love Heretic and Hexen, and yeah, these Night Dive remasters are amazing, and Night Dive in general is just doing such good work with, they did it with excuse me, with Doom 1 plus 2 as well. That was really really good. Yeah, there's these remasters of old games and repackaging them so they're available on consoles, and they can be upscaled to 4K and run at high frame rates, and they can be played on controllers. Yeah, being able to play Heretic on a controller with 4K and smooth visuals, man, I just love it so much. Yeah, great game. Great games, I should say. Sorry, it's late. Want to get this out while it's still New Year's. Okay, let's see what is next. I'm gonna go ahead and put down Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I've been playing Yakuza 0 a lot this year. I'm gonna talk about that later, so I don't want to spoil too much of my thoughts on that. But yeah, from what I've seen of Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is very cool, very crazy, very wacky, open-ended, just very inventive for what I've seen too. It's too bad the review scores were kind of middling, but they were still, fairly positive, I think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out eventually. It's going to be a while because I gotta get through Yakuza 0, and also I'm playing through Like a Dragon as well. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Um, and then I'm going to play Infinite Wealth after that. So I will eventually get to this one though. Yeah, so that's Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii on the Undecided. All right, next up is going to be Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We're going to go ahead and put that in the A tier. This comes from Tribute Games. They made the already a classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, um, retro beat 'em up. Ma- Definitely one of the best beat 'em ups I've ever played in my life. Um, Absolutely incredible game. I would say that in Streets of Rage 4 really are probably my favorites. I would call it a very suitable follow up to Shredder's Revenge. It actually has a lot of the same design formulas and iconographies, um, but it's also an improvement on the systems as well. It gives there's additional augmentations of mechanics, um, and yeah, it definitely reminds me of the old X-Men arcade game back when I was a kid, back in the playing it back in the 80s and 90s. That game was amazing. Um, yeah, really cool game. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's going to be in the A tier. And all right, let's go ahead and put in some more undecideds. We got an Octopath Zero. Um, Definitely want to get to this one. I'm still playing through the first Octopath, so this is going to be a while before I get to Zero. But yeah, really, really enjoying Octopath Traveler, and love Square Enix, of course. And yeah, let's go ahead and do Power Wash Simulator as B. Um, it's Power Wash Simulator. It's back. It has additional, um, I guess you can call them maps or levels, places to clean, more tools, slightly better graphics. I was kind of disappointed with the graphics. That's why it's a little bit lower than I'd probably put it in A tier. I freaking love Power Wash Simulator, especially the first one. But yeah, this is just the same game but better. Yeah, really fun playing in co-op. Really fun relaxation game. Just a very zen-like experience, and very humorous as well. Yeah, really funny game. One thing I love about the first game is that it has Final Fantasy VII remake lore. Like you actually go and power wash these places and objects in that universe, and you'll get text messages from like Tifa and Heidegger and others, and it's hilarious. And they just lore dump on you, and it's in a power wash simulator DLC. Yeah, it's great. Yep. So that's Power Wash Simulator. Gonna go ahead and put in Monster Hunter Wilds in the undecided. I haven't gotten to this one yet. It looks pretty bad, especially the PC port. Um, I can't believe they would release a game in that technical state with those textures and that performance. But yeah, definitely want to give it a shot though. I enjoyed Monster Hunter Worlds and um, the one that came after that. Yeah, Rise. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise. That was good. So yeah, looking forward to giving it a spin. Um, and yeah, let's go ahead and put in Wheel World in B. I really enjoyed this game. Really great visual aesthetic to it. Great, great vibes. Just a uh, relaxing game, and Has great pedaling mechanics. I mean, the bike mechanics are quite excellent. Um, just created a great world to explore. The writing is good as well. Very well designed game. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It's more of those things you just want to go and experience. All right, Ball Pit. Some people call it Ball X Pit, but I've heard it's supposed to be just Ball Pit, so that's what we're going with. Um, yeah, really fun game. Some people are insanely addicted to it. I am not. I was maybe briefly, but yeah, it's still a really fun game. It's it's kind of crazy once you actually explain it, and I have a hard time wrapping my head around it. It's been like a couple weeks since I played it now, but yeah, it definitely has like the Vampire Survivors sensory overload maximalist approach, and yeah, very unique game. Very, has a very interesting gameplay design that's unlike anything I've ever played. It's kind of this combination of like breakout and pinball and with boss fights, and then there's city building and farming. It's very interesting. Yeah, great game in the B tier Ball Pit. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and do Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Yeah, freaking love this game so much. This is made by Lizard Cube. These developers made Streets of Rage 4. Absolutely love that game. It might be my favorite beat 'em up of all time. Yeah, this game is amazing. The this definitely one of my favorite 2D action platformers of all time now. I mean, it's really good. Really fun. The the gameplay just feels so good. The visuals look incredible. I mean, it's like everything is just a painting. Um, it is very similar to Ragebound, and it's a 2D ninja action platforming game, but I do think it does take it to the next level. It's just a great year for these type of games. Yeah, I love this game so much, and definitely more than faithful to more than faithful follow up to those Shinobi games, especially Shinobi 3 was such a high mark. I mean, I remember playing Shinobi 3 as a kid, and I was just floored. I was so blown away by it, and this game is a very worthy follow up, and absolutely love Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Love Lizard Cube. Can't wait to see what they do next. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. Yeah, very awesome remaster of a classic game, classic tactical RPG. I haven't played through the new one yet completely, but I have played through the original and really enjoyed it. Um, one of the best Final Fantasy games ever. Definitely one of the best Final Fantasy stories ever. Highly recommend Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles if you are into tactics games like, say XCOM or into Final Fantasy. Yeah, great pick. And yeah, let's go ahead and do baby steps as baby steps in the C tier. Yeah, this is a very funny game. I definitely LOL'd. This is a hilarious game. Yeah. Very frustrating though. It is a really brutal walking simulator in its um but somehow the way that they design the game, and the way that the granular controller you have over this, gentleman's, body, and then his legs, and the way you can move them, and have have such fine control, but also not any control at all. it's definitely poses a challenge to you, and it's a challenge that you're wanting to overcome. And it's a very, very interesting game. Very, I think the mechanics are actually very well thought out, and it's a very unique challenge, a very unique traversal challenge. And it is truly the Dark Souls of walking simulators. It is so brutal. Oh my goodness. This game is, I mean, I fall off a cliff, I fall down a stream, I get drugged down a stream, I'm back an hour, and I have to go backtrack and get back to where I was. And yeah, it is brutal, but it is hilarious. And it's about kind of zoning out and just, putting on a podcast and playing a very relaxing game with very simple mechanics. And that also is very challenging at the same time and very funny. Yeah, it's in the C tier for sure. It's definitely frustrating at times. Um, all right, let's go ahead and do Yakuza Zero Director's Cut. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the A tier since I've been doing that a lot with these re-releases, like say Final Fantasy, Ivalice, Chronicles. I don't want to give them the full weighted score as if they were an original release this year. I mean, it is a re-release, so um, yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics would have probably gotten an S in its original release. Same with Yakuza Zero, but these are very high quality releases. They just don't quite get the S tier. But yeah, Yakuza Zero. This is the first time I'm actually fully playing through a Yakuza game, and it was a Switch 2 launch title. Um, Played at 4K 60. Really, really incredible visuals. It looks just like the PS4 version. Um, yeah, absolutely loving the game. Loving the world that they created. This fictional Japanese metropolitan city. Just absolutely amazing looking. And yeah, I just love the combat, love the characters. The game is like half cutscenes and story and half gameplay, and I'm just there for all of it, and I'm eating it up. I am uh playing through it slowly still. I'm still getting through it, but I'm very much enjoying my time with the Yakuza Zero Director's Cut. Can't recommend it enough. And yeah, on to our next game here, which will be uh Possessors. I'm gonna go ahead and put Possessors in the B tier. Yeah, great, underrated, I would say, platformer, action platformer. The art is just absolutely beautiful in this game. I am just absolutely taken aback by the art, the world, the writing, um, and it's the mechanics are, I would say, are good. They're not the best, but from an art game like this, I would say that they are quite good. This game is mostly focused on the experience, but yeah, it is a very the traversal and the mechanics do have a very unique feel to them. I would say, even though it is a bit stilted. Nothing wrong with that though. It's just a unique way to approach mechanics in a 2D game like this in 2025. But I appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I think people should give it a shot. Came from the folks that did Hyper Light Drifter, also a great game. I think this takes the art style up a notch from their previous work. Really happy with it. Um, all right, we're gonna go ahead and do uh we're gonna go ahead and do B for FBC Firebreak. I know it's almost got a C, but I don't know. I really love Control so much, and I think this game is just so weird. It is weird like Control in a lot of ways, but it's also a lot more um daring and experimental. Um, I'm it's probably not a game that you're gonna it has a lot of replay value from what I've been seeing on it. The replay value is very little, but I think that if you fully immerse yourself in what's going on and you kind of you contextualize what's going on with the control universe in this game, I think it's an interesting experience, and it's a very unique unique experience. And I hope that Remedy just keeps on trying new things. I mean, just from the looks of the Control sequel that's being announced, it's they're going in a very interesting direction with the series, and yeah, Remedy's just always trying new things, and yeah, just can't wait to um can't wait to see what Control 2 is all about once it releases. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do Silent Hill F. Now, yeah, I think I'm gonna give this a B. I would have given it an A, but some of the puzzles, um, pretty hard, pretty obtuse, um, but nothing wrong with that. I just this is a personal ranking myself, so my personal enjoyment. But yeah, really enjoyed this game. It almost in the A tier. Silent Hill is really coming back strong. It's they're on a roll. Yeah, I just love the story, love the characters, love the visuals, love the setting, love the monsters. Um, I love the combat's fun too. I think it's for a survival. I don't ask for much with a survival horror game, but this I think nails it. And I think with the person you're playing, a Japanese schoolgirl, who's using melee weapons, I think that definitely ups the tension as opposed to playing with Silent Hill 2. You have a young man with guns. This is definitely uh much this I think this takes it up a notch in terms of the danger. Really enjoy the game. Yeah, that I can't wait to see more of this what the studio does. I mean, it was done by Neobards with Konami. So, yeah, hopefully they can start doing some more original stuff. I mean, this is an original work from the studio, and yeah, really impressive. Um, really nice to see. I mean, it is Silent Hill is an old IP, but yeah, this is a completely new story, and yeah, really like seeing new things in this day and age. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do um, Kirby and the Forgotten Land at number at uh at in the A slot in the A tier. So yeah, absolutely love this game. This is a re-release, of course, on the Nintendo Switch 2. This is Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcross World. Wait, so the title is Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Star-Crossed World. Okay. So we got the official title. Yeah, great game. Love it. Love the original, but this one has more frames, has additional content, additional levels, additional challenges. Um, Kirby games are all about experimentation and new ideas. Just wacky gameplay mechanics, crazy ideas. Um, it's not they're a lot of people don't realize they're actually not even made by Nintendo. They're made by a separate um, studio called HAL Laboratory in conjunction with Nintendo, and it's all in the name, HAL Laboratory. I mean, it is literally a laboratory. They are coming up with ideas all the time, and this game is no exception. This game is just chock full of ideas. You get tons of weapons, you get guns, you get breathe fire, you get to go to a blacksmith and upgrade your weapons. The Kirby is so ridiculously OP, it is not even funny. I love it. He's OP in all of his games, but in this one he is particularly OP. Love Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Love this upgrade to it. Yeah, great game. And next one, we're gonna go ahead and do yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do Keeper. At yeah, that'll be it. That almost got an S tier. I'm gonna go ahead and move that all the way over here on the A tier. Yeah, yeah. This is the newest game by Studio Double Fine. You know, run by legendary industry veteran Tim Schafer. You know, made Secret of Monkey Island, one of my all-time favorite games. Um, and Psychonauts. This game is just jaw-droppingly gorgeous. I had to just stop in my tracks when I'm playing this game and just kind of stare at the screen sometimes because it was just so otherworldly gorgeous. Um, yeah, definitely an oversight for the Game Awards not getting any art direction or any sort of uh nominations for this beautiful work of art that this game is. Um, yeah, just at a loss for words. Almost an S tier game, really. It's just I would put it in S tier, but yeah, just too short and a little bit too constricted in its experience, in the range of its experience and the emotional range, but still just a beautiful game. And yeah, very for what it is, it definitely punches above its weight. And yeah, highly recommend it if you're into these walking simulator art games. An amazing, amazing game. Um, all right, so yeah, the next one we're gonna go ahead and do will be Megabong, this viral hit, kind of vampire survivors, vampire survivors esque kind of auto fire style game, but it's in 3D. I was kind of skeptical, but the more I played it, the more it just sucked me in. I love this game. Um, yeah, really really fun. Really enjoy this. Um, but it's a very simple game in the end. Um, even though it is very addicting, and it does borrow a lot from Vampire Survivors, but it does build upon it as well. Um, by moving it from a 2D plane to 3D, it definitely changes um, a lot of the aspects of it, especially considering that there's different height levels or there's terrain differences, and it's very you'll go to there'll be hills and valleys and just different um yeah, you have to go up lots of you'll be encountering lots of different terrain types, and yeah, it's a very fun game. Just that uh sensory overload, like maximalist, kind of like you're just you're it's just constantly trying to trigger these dopamine hits, and you're just constantly getting collectibles and gems and what currency, whatever you call it, and leveling up, getting more powers. Yeah, fun game. All right, and the next game up is going to be um Avowed. You know what? I really wanted to give this a C, but I just don't think I gave this game enough of a shake to really a fair shake to really rank it yet. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Avowed and Undecided for right now. But yeah, I was leaning towards a C, but yeah, I like the mechanics of the combat, but yeah, the story would just was putting me to sleep. Um, and yeah, it just wasn't. I was just wasn't being moved forward and wasn't being drawn into it. So yeah, let's go ahead and put Outer Worlds. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a B. I'll have to play it once I play it and once more and complete it. It might get an A, but yeah, really, really enjoy this game though, and yeah, just definitely up my alley. It's a Bethesda game. Um, really enjoying the writing on it. Yeah, I think it's going to be an A actually. I mean, I it may go down further if I play and I just and I can't imagine it going down further after I complete it. So, but we'll see. But yeah, this these kind of games are really up my alley. Um, I even like Starfield, but this is even but Outer Worlds 1 and 2 are both better than that game. And yeah, just a first person shooter RPG in space. Um, similar to Fallout, but yeah, just more interesting environments, more interesting quests, I think, in a lot of ways. Um, Not that Fallout didn't have interesting quests, but yeah, this is just yeah, it's a sci-fi setting. It's um, yeah, a lot more pleasing places to inhabit than um, bombed out um, school buildings and grocery stores and stuff like that. It's just a different kind of experience. Um, but yeah, really, really like this game a lot. And if you're into Fallout, this is definitely a no-brainer. Though I would start with, yeah, you can even start with this. I would just start with Outer Worlds 2 because the the story is really self-contained. So you can start off with this and be just fine. And but yeah, both games, Outer Worlds 1 and 2, are really, really good. And yeah, really glad to see Obsidian sticking to that Bethesda style that they are definitely love for with the Fallout New Vegas. And yeah, I hope that they return to Fallout one day. That would be amazing. Okay, next game up is going to be from developer Shinen from Munich, Germany. This is going to be Fast Fusion. I'm going to go ahead, yeah, give this one a B. Yeah, this is a great game. Yeah, Switch 2 launch title. They yeah, they've always been doing interesting things with graphics on low end hardware, and yeah, really great looking game here, and nice futuristic racer game that's in the vein of Wipeout and F-Zero. Really, really fun. Really, really great soundtrack. Really great visuals. Really great art design. I love Shinen. Yeah, they're a great studio. I particularly like the game they did. It's called The Tourist. It's like a puzzle adventure voxel art kind of game. It was I loved it. Yeah, it was just such a amazing minimalist puzzle game that was yeah also like a platformer too, and it was yeah really really like no other puzzle game I've ever played, and it's also one of the I think it's the first ever 8K and the only yeah the one of the first yeah Gran Turismo did have 8K later, but yeah this is the first 8K console game. It's actually outputted in 8K under the with the PS5 and I believe the Series X, but I know definitely on the PS5, base PS5 too. So yeah, the sticker on the original PS5 box was actually true because of the Tourist, the single 8K game until Gran Turismo. But the thing is with Gran Turismo, it was only 8K on the PS5 Pro, so yeah, that the Tourist really did save Sony from becoming a full-on liar with the PS5 um, box there saying 8K. That was funny. Yeah, 8K. Yeah, and I think we're far off from that. Yeah, they sold a few 8K TVs a while back, and then they kind of stopped from what I've seen, and still extremely niche and no content really available. Very little content. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to uh Rogue per- Rogue Prince of Persia. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put this in the yeah, the B category. Yeah, this is a great game. Yeah, the yeah, 2D side-scrolling platforming Prince of Persia, old school Prince of Persia has really had a resurgence in the last couple of years with this and then the Lost Crown. Good on Ubisoft. This was not an internally developed Ubisoft game. This was made by another developer. I believe it was the people that made Dead Cells. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this game, and I'm actually not a roguelike person. I really don't like the genre. It's pretty much this game and Hades is like the only roguelikes that have really appealed to me. So yeah, really enjoy Rogue Prince of Persia. It just feels so good. It feels so good to play. Once you just start playing it, I mean, it doesn't even matter that it's a roguelike. I mean, when you once you start playing it and getting the feel for the characters, it feels a lot better uh than the Lost Crown in some ways. It's just a very different approach. I mean, I love the Lost Crown's combat, but yeah, some of the platforming and traversal in this is very interesting and even superior to yeah, they're both great games. I yeah, Prince of Persia fans are being fed old school Jordan Mechner uh, Prince of Persia fans are really being served well these last few years. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some 3D ones as well. Looking forward to the Sands of Time remake if Ubisoft can actually pull that off. Yeah, the this game, the quality and the fun factor is just so high that even that my personal distaste of this roguelike genre overall was just overcome by this great by these great qualities. And I still do dislike roguelikes, but yeah, these yeah, Hades and this game will continue to be exceptions for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and rearrange some of these just a little bit. This is not completely definitively in order of, but yeah, we'll put some of the better ones up front, like Silent Hill F, Night Rain. Yeah, these are pretty good. This one up a little bit higher. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Okay, great. All right, so the next one we're gonna go ahead and do a routine. Yeah, it came out later this year, and yeah, really cool atmospheric sci-fi first-person puzzle game, and yeah, just very cool aesthetic to it. I mean, it uses this kind of old school VHS filter looking um aesthetic to it. Yeah, I might uh yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put this in the B tier until I play some more. I think and plus I have to rank it on how I felt about it. And this game is quite frustrating at times. I mean, it's very it doesn't hold your hand too much at all. If it and you are posed with some very interesting and frustrating challenges, but they're very. I thought it was fun, very fun overall, and the experience was just very. atmospheric, and if you're into like atmospheric sci-fi, um, and like horror vibes, yeah, yeah, great game. Um, Looking forward to playing it more and seeing how it lands up on my revised ranking list I'll put out later this year. Okay, so yeah, the next one we're gonna go ahead and do. Yeah, all we got is bangers at the end here. This is awesome. So yeah, we got all S tiers. This is great. We're gonna go ahead and do Arc Raiders. Man, I freaking love Arc Raiders. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love this game so much. Oh my God. Yeah, it is so good. Yeah, this is an extraction shooter that just kind of just took the world by storm. It's rivaling uh, Call of Duty and Battlefield, and as far as active players, and it's um, yeah, I freaking love it. It just the way that they've constructed this game with this like these like kind of single player style missions, but you're completing these missions in these like open PvP slash PvE slash PvP arenas. And excuse me, it's just it leads to these very interesting social dynamics. I mean, just the proximity chat. You're going and trying to complete these quest lines, and um, you're just hearing people, just talking about um, random things, and or just they'll need help with a mission. They'll ask for advice, or they'll say, "Hey, it's don't shoot." Usually, that's the most common one. Is people are very friendly for the most part, but yeah, there are the whole fact that 10-15% of, or 20%, who knows, these days it seems to be going up, but yeah, that amount of players is out there just to hunt other players. That makes it very interesting and adds that element of danger and nervousness to every encounter. But yeah, awesome game. I highly recommend it. I think it's very well written, and the world is very well designed. I yeah, I love Arc Raiders. Absolute S tier game. And I really don't even like multiplayer games. I really um like the last um multiplayer game that really got me hooked, and I sunk a lot of hours into, like, a multiplayer action game, would be Left 4 Dead. Yeah, that's going back decades now. So yeah, that's not my genre. Used to be a big Counter-Strike player back in the day. I mean, he's but yeah, this game is awesome. Yeah, well worth the $40 entry price. Um, yeah, great game. Okay. Okay, and next up we have Skate Story. Let's go ahead and put that on yeah, let's put Skate Story on S tier, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty high up here. I love this game so much. It was so gorgeous. One of the most striking art styles I've ever seen in any game. Just so beautiful. Just this shimmering glass design of every and uh, this yeah, this kind of impressionistic painting using glass, and yeah, the use of color, uh, the use of the shadows, um, and yeah, just everything about the design is just so good, and the the very abstract and like surreal storyline, and yeah, and at the core of it, the mechanics and the game itself are actually very good. This is not just a vibes game. This is a very competent skating game as well. And Um, yeah, I just want people to just try it and have the experience speak for itself. But yeah, absolutely love this game. This kind of game is up my alley. Um, yeah, I don't even have words for it. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, just a beautiful game, and I think just made by one person. Um, I'll have to verify that, but yeah, that is a really good game, and yeah, same with Ghost of Yotei, the final game in our main group of games here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this on S tier as well. Wow, I'd love this so much. Like it is, this really felt like a generational leap to me, like in action game design and open world game design. Just absolutely next level. I mean, it is in many ways like the best feeling action game out at the current moment. Just the way it feels and the way you move around and the way the terrain, the way the environments look, just the sheer beauty, the use of color. But yeah, I really just like the way that the characters, the way that that Atsu moves around, and the way that the combat feels. Um, the music is absolutely gorgeous. I I really did. I did like the first. I did like the first Ghost of Tsushima game, but this one I think I like at least twice as much. I mean, even though the story is a bit simpler and it doesn't take itself as seriously as the first one, I still think it hits it out of the park. It's just um the right mixture for me, honestly. I didn't um I would like a more relaxing game, to be honest, as opposed to Tsushima, and it's very um more historical and very somber and serious approach. I think that yeah, I don't know, like Apsu just keeps it a little bit more light, and I really like her character. Yeah, I find the encounters to be very entertaining, and yeah, I love the cutscenes. Um, love the characters. Just love the people in this world. Um, love exploring this world. Yeah, really was surprised by this one. I wasn't expecting. Um, I was just expecting it to be a continuation of the last game, but this one was a substantial upgrade to me, and I'm glad others that there were a lot of other people that felt the same too. I'm glad to hear that. I was glad to see that. So yeah, um, yeah, incredible game. So yeah, let's go ahead and round it off here with the GOTY. Yeah, let's go into the GOTY, and yeah, it's gonna be a game about digging a hole. That's gonna get the GOTY. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is a definitely a good I would say a B tier game. I actually did really enjoy this. Um, yeah, it's a funny game, but it's actually real fun too. Yeah, it's definitely got the like zone out, chill out, wash simulator vibes, but it's also terraforming, and there's a little bit more like resource management and planning um aspects to it as well. Um yeah, it's really absurd as it sounds, but once you just surrender yourself to it, it really just works. And yeah, it focuses on being very observant of the environment and the terrain, you know, to locate minerals and like high value objects. You can like sell those objects. And yeah, you just basically make massive bank just like digging a hole in your backyard. It's pretty cool. And you start off with very low capabilities. Um, and you have to yeah, just keep digging this hole and collecting more stuff, and then upgrading your abilities, upgrading, you get a jetpack. and yeah, you're just compelled to keep digging, and it's not for everybody, but it's for the price, it's worth a shot, and yeah, I think it's great for what it is. Okay, so now we got the real GOTY here. This is going to be Luminous Arise. Luminous Arise. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a game. And yeah, when I'm doing a list like this, I mean, like one of the key questions is how I ask myself is how does a game make me feel? And I really can't compare the feeling playing this game to any other game I played this year. This game simply is an experience that's just so overwhelming. And I'm an old school Luminous player going back to I had a PSP. Um, my first game by this team was this team has moved along from different studios like from like Q Entertainment to Enhance and Monsters. Um, but yeah, my first game from this amazing studio was it's called Medios, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It was for the DS, and yeah, one just blew my mind, this puzzle game, and absolutely was hooked from the start. And then I got a PSP, and then Luminous was just a completely different took it to a completely different level. And yeah, the sounds, the music, it was like a successor to Tetris in a lot of ways. Just this natural um, feeling to it. You know, you when you pick up Tetris, it just feels like a natural, like this is the way it's just supposed to be. You know, like this is a very default and enjoyable and addictive puzzle experience. And um, once your brain and your mind and body, you know, um, kind of absorb what's going on with this game and the mechanics and the strategies and you really become a really good player and you get to that flow state um and the combination of sound and music and it's just a maximalist experience that just um really just pushing the limits of like sensory overload and like these video game experiences and um just yeah just the overwhelming of the senses and creating a an almost like spiritual experience once you get into this flow state and it has all these things going on in your body when you're playing this with this with the dopamine and the adrenaline. I mean, it really focuses on adrenaline too, with the timeline bar, the way that you're really under constant time sensitivity and pressure to really link these blocks and create a massive linkage and connection with these blocks and that time. It yeah, it really just creates an overwhelming sensation that I just can't replicate with Tetris. I mean, even though Tetris has always been my favorite puzzle game, one of my favorite games of all time, especially Tetris Effect. Um, yeah, I feel like Luminous is still the goat of puzzle games of all time, the greatest puzzle game of all time, and this one might be the greatest puzzle game of all time. I'm gonna have to sit on that for a while. I still do love Tetris Effect a lot, and that's made by the same studio. I feel like these guys just keep getting better every time they come around. But this is definitely a different approach to Tetris Effect. I mean, Tetris Effect had a different design philosophy um, with its uh, levels and the blocks that it designed that they designed. it was definitely more internal and spiritual in Tetris Effect, while um, you know, in Luminous Arise, it was more like showing like the real world and external, and like showing like everyday objects, like you know, kind of reminded me of craftwork in a lot of ways, just kind of highlighting like making art about like just everyday objects, and putting um, significance and transcendence into those objects and into those different things, aspects of our lives that are almost we just take for granted and don't think about, but then when put into these artistic contexts, they really become a different um, thing all unto themselves, and everything from like clocks to different like food. I mean, they use everything as blocks in this game, and yeah, it is definitely an overwhelming experience, and definitely a spiritual experience at time. Um, Once you finally get to that level of play where um, you're just in a flow state, and a lot of people say this game was very hard, and I they're probably right. But yeah, I'm an old school Luminous player, so I ate all this up, and I I did start to die quite. I would start to get game over screens. Start about halfway through the my progression through the game. But yeah, but I would overcome them the next try, and um, yeah, I didn't have too much difficulty with the difficulty balancing. Um, but yeah, I can understand how maybe some people it just they struggled with it, but yeah, once your brain once your subconscious finally melds with this game, like it kind of naturally does with Tetris, then you can just kind of take it to another level. And the mechanics of this game are a little bit more complicated than Tetris, just the fact that the blocks kind of slide off once they're placed. If there's like a they don't just float. Um, they have to actually have something underneath them. So yeah, it does introduce very and the whole timeline thing, of course. Yeah, it introduces a little bit more complexity, and yeah, it is a bit more hard for your subconscious to just kind of grasp around that. You have to kind of a lot of people starting out with this game, they have to actively do a lot of active thinking in order to play it, and that kind of hinders the experience because you don't want to really be doing too much like active thinking. I mean, you just want to just go with the flow, go with your instincts, and but it takes time for you to train your mind and body to really get to that state. But trust in yourself, keep playing it, and you will be rewarded with the most yeah, the most amazing gaming experiences of my life. And yeah, highly recommend Luminous Arise. And because of that, Luminous Arise gets our very prestigious and coveted Game of the Year award. How about that? Isn't that just beautiful? Um, yeah, got that trophy emoji right there. I mean, it is a real trophy though. So it's going to the Enhance and Monster studio for this beautiful game. Pretty cool. Yeah, so wow. This is the end. Can you believe it? It's been over 2 hours. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can. That's crazy. Yeah, thank you very much for checking out this small YouTuber like me and giving me a chance. This is my very first video. If you want to see more tier list reviews, gaming industry analysis, please hit the subscribe button. I probably still have single digit subscriber count right now, so you hitting that button just means the world to me. Yeah, really appreciate that so much. Yeah, wow, it's 2026. Yeah, happy New Year, everyone. Catch y'all later.